I would now like to introduce Aaron Hoover, who will bring greetings from the faculty and staff of Olin College.
Jordan Berger's a tough act to follow. As I was walking in, I thought, why is everyone so psyched to see me? And I realized Jordan was right in front of me. So, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Olin College, it's truly my pleasure and my honor to welcome you, the family, the friends, and the supporters of the class of 2014, to our 9th commencement ceremony. Graduates, wow, you look really good. You do. I'm not sure I can pull off this whole Middle Ages era silly hat thing, but you guys got it. And let's be clear on this. I'm not just saying that, complimenting you publicly, because you've endured my skepticism for years and design reviews and oral exams and presentation critiques. Actually, no. You know what? I owe you a debt of gratitude. And why? Because it's been through the interactions that we've had over these past few years that I've come to realize that I suffer from a grave affliction. Yes, you know what I'm talking about? Judgmental resting face. They say the first step in getting help is admitting you have a problem, so we're getting there. No, seriously, I am sincerely flattered and a little bemused that you somehow collectively decided it was a good idea to give me a microphone and 5 minutes at your ceremony. But as I thought back and pondered your sort of questionable judgment, I realized that we have a connection. We both arrived at Olin at about the same time. In fact, at around the time that you were being evaluated by the rest of the community and admissions, in your candidates' weekends, I was being evaluated by the people I'm now proud to call my colleagues. And yet somehow we all slipped past all the filters. I don't know. Must have been something in the water at the time. So over these past 4 years, I've gotten to know many of you, and some of you very well, through research and independent studies, classes, and of course, scope. We've conversed at length about really important topics like whether I change my shoelaces every day. I don't. They're baby blue today, I knew you were wondering. You've asked me probing questions like, where did you buy those glasses? And I've withheld the answer to that probing question, my secrets, until now, to tell you that I raid the wardrobes of 1960s era NASA engineers. We've debated the relative merits of going to graduate school. It's a mixed bag. And I've watched you succeed beyond my wildest expectations, and also fail spectacularly. And we talk a lot about failure at Olin. We say things like, fail often, succeed sooner. Failure is part of the innovation process. But the comedian Louis C.K. has a different take on failure. Don't worry, I'll keep it clean. He says, whenever you leave behind failure, that means you're getting better. If you think everything you've done is great, you're probably dumb. Maybe that's a little harsh, but I'll let you in on a little secret. My path to Olin started with what felt like a failure to me at the time. I was in graduate school, and I was succeeding by all the traditional metrics. Published a bunch of papers, more than 0 people cited more than 0 of my papers. And my advisor was pretty happy with my progress. I was starting to imagine a future for myself as a sort of research university tenure track professor, right? Running a lab, supervising postdocs, advising grad students, etc. And so when it came time to apply for jobs, I sent out a bunch of applications to a lot of big research universities, and then one application to this little weird place called Olin College. And I didn't get any offers from any of those big schools. And I was really disappointed at the time, right? So I had experienced a lot of subtle and not so subtle messaging from my advisor, from my collaborators, from my mentors, that I needed to strive to be just like them. And when I couldn't do that, I felt like I had failed. But then a funny thing happened. I came and visited Olin, and I got excited. I got really excited, like candidates weekend type excited, okay? And the prospect of teaching the kinds of students who were in my interviews and being able to do new and crazy things in the classroom and in research, and to continue to build this place that felt like a startup to me, forced me to reevaluate my own expectations of myself, to reconsider myself, and to imagine a trajectory that was very different from what I had previously imagined. So it was about mid-March. I think the last candidates weekend had just ended. Berkeley's graduation is May 15th. I distinctly recall being on the flight back to California and opening my laptop and thinking, this just got real. I better start this dissertation thing. So even after I accepted the offer to come here, I was still nervous. It felt like a risk. And as you are no doubt acutely aware at this very moment that you sit here, taking a risk with something as significant as your career feels scary, right? But with about almost 4 years of hindsight now, I can honestly and unequivocally say that I made the right choice. So let that be a lesson to you. Don't start your dissertation on an airplane 2 months before it's due. No, seriously, the failure bit is important, right? You should do it early and often, iteratively, spectacularly, all of those things. But what's equally important is how you respond to that failure. I encourage you to have the courage to be open to opportunities that failure can present to you. Be willing to redefine yourselves, to reevaluate your expectations, and to take the risks that make you uncomfortable. Most of you probably deviated from the plan that you came in with on that sunny day in the fall of 2010. And I'd be shocked if any of you come back in 5 years and say to me, yep, things pretty much went the way I expected when I graduated. So I'll leave you with one last piece of wisdom, once again from Louis C.K. You'll be fine. You're 25. Yes, I know you're 22, but work with me here. Feeling unsure and lost is part of your path. Don't avoid it. See what those feelings are showing you and use it. Take a breath. You'll be okay, even if you don't feel okay all of the time. Congratulations, class of 2014. You make us all very proud. Thank you.